AJ Styles is putting his career on the line to face Gunther at the Royal Rumble. What's it, GW? Today with the weekly set review of Monday Night Raw from Ireland. Okay, so before we get into the show, if you can't tell, my voice is cooked. All last week I was preaching on the last Raw review and SmackDown review. I've been sick with the flu and my voice has been all over the place. Now I'm actually feeling really good, but for some reason, after beating the flu, my voice is just gone. It just does not sound normal at all. So I hope you guys aren't annoyed by my voice in this video. They kicked off the show with Gunther coming out, declaring himself for the 30-man Royal Rumble match. How he says he's going to win and he's going to get his World Heavyweight title back after he's now dominated Goldberg, John Cena, and AJ Styles. He's like, I need to get my world title back. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. And then AJ Styles music hits, and AJ Styles has something other to say. AJ's like, you didn't beat me. I lost myself when I showed you mercy when I got up and after not ripping your leg off when you were tapping out on the side and the ref couldn't see it. And he's like, I challenge you to another match at the Royal Rumble. And Gunther's like, I don't want to pull double duty. I don't want to fight you and be in the Royal Rumble. So he says no, and AJ does not look happy. But then Gunther goes to leave, and he says, actually, I do have one proposition for you to face me at the Royal Rumble. If you put your career on the line. And Gunther gave AJ Styles until the end of the night to make his decision. Will he face Goldberg? Will AJ Styles face Gunther at the Royal Rumble with his career on the line? So AJ Styles has got to make an important decision here. Then we had Maxxine Dupri go one-on-one with Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship with Natalya on ringside. This match was not great. It's been the same match they've seen between them how many times now? It's pretty boring. I have no interest in this storyline. But Maxxine Dupri had the match. She had Becky Lynch pinned 1, 2, and Natalya grabs Becky Lynch's leg and puts it on the ropes, so the ref had to stop the count. Natalya has screwed Maxxine Dupri. Maxxine Dupri's lost. She's shook. Why is Natalya, her mentor, doing this to her? Maxxine Dupri's talking to Natalya while Becky Lynch turns around and hit her with the manhandle slam. 1, 2, 3. Becky Lynch wins, and Becky Lynch walks out with the title while Maxxine Dupri is still shook and lost while Natalya did this. And then Natalya attacked Maxxine Dupri and beat the holy hell out of her. So I really don't know where this is going. I have no interest in Natalya in the big 2026. I'm ready for Natalya to retire or just be somebody backstage that helps the women's roster. We don't need you on the main roster anymore wrestling. And I have no interest in Becky Lynch being champion, but whatever. And I find Maxxine Dupri really boring. So this whole segment to me was very boring. Then we had Jey Uso come out yeeting everybody with the crowd, like usual, with no Jimmy Uso, which was interesting. I'm assuming it's because Jimmy Uso is having a kid soon, and Naomi's pregnant, because he did shout out Naomi and Jimmy Uso in this promo. But Jey Uso declares himself for the Royal Rumble this year, and he said he wants to go back-to-back to win the Royal Rumble 2 years in a row from last year and this year. We all know that's not going to happen. I don't think Jey Uso is going to do much this year in this Royal Rumble. I honestly think they're going to stick with him being a tag team for most of the year, which I'm very much so cool with compared to him being a singles wrestler. But Jey Uso with a typical Jey Uso / Yeeting promo. Then we had the Vision take on Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and Penta in a 6-man tag match, while Paul Heyman was on ringside and Adam Pearce was on ringside, because Adam Pearce wanted to make sure the Vision were on their best behavior, which they weren't. Paul Heyman slid Logan Paul, the brass knuckles, and Adam Pearce saw it. He rips it from, I think it was, Logan Paul's hand, or it was Austin Theory's hand, and then he takes it to the edge of the ring, and he's standing there while Paul Heyman and him are arguing, because Paul Heyman's pissed off, Adam Pearce is pissed off, they're going back and forth. He sets the brass knuckles down on the ring, and while they're arguing, Rey Mysterio grabs the brass knuckles, puts them on, and nails Austin Theory in the back of the head with the brass knuckles. Then Penta super kicks Logan Paul and hits the Mexican Destroyer on Austin Theory and pins him 1, 2, 3. Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee pick up the victory over the Vision while these two are still arguing. Then backstage, while Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman are still arguing, and then the Vision just following Paul Heyman, Adam Pearce is given a phone by Paul Heyman. He has to take a phone call by a certain somebody. It wasn't revealed who he had a phone call with, but Adam Pearce later decided he wanted to have a one-on-one talk with Bron Breakker next week on Monday Night Raw, which Paul Heyman was absolutely okay with. So next week, we're going to have a one-on-one conversation with Adam Pearce and Bron Breakker, but they did not reveal what the phone call was that Adam Pearce had. Then we had the women's tag team champions, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, come out, and they pretty much talked about how they're both going to be in the women's Royal Rumble, so they're declaring themselves for the women's Royal Rumble. And then Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez come out because they will be facing Rhea Ripley and Io Sky for the women's tag team championships this weekend on Saturday night's main event. So they come out, they're like, how is it going to work that you guys are going to be in the Royal Rumble, the both of you, blah, blah, blah. Also, like, we're going to get our tag titles back that Liv Morgan never lost, blah, blah, blah. And they're kind of arguing back and forth when not Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez from behind it takes out Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, and then it's a 3v2 fight, but Rhea Ripley almost fights them all off, but then Liv Morgan hits a Bolivian on Rhea Ripley and takes her out, and all three, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez, stand tall over Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Then we had El Grande Americano take on Javon Evans in a one-on-one match. Javon Evans now has beaten both of El Grande Americano's goons, so it's time for El Grande Americano to take out Javon Evans by himself. And this match was going fine, and then we went to commercial break, and when we came back, it was weird. Like, they weren't originally showing the match, and they got back to the match, and they're like, we were having medical problems, and there's refs and, like, backstage people all around Javon Evans, and they ring the bell, they stop the match. Javon Evans supposedly injured his shoulder in this match, so looks like he is actually injured, which really sucks because he just got called up to the main roster literally 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Last week was his official match on the main roster, and this is his second one now. And he's injured. So I really, really hope he's not too injured and it's just a little tweak in his shoulder or something, then he'll be back soon because Javon Evans has been tearing it up on the main roster. So El Grande Americano obviously automatically wins this match. I don't know where this goes for El Grande Americano, especially if Javon Evans is injured. This is quite interesting. I really hope Javon Evans, though, gets a speedy recovery. And then backstage, Asuka was pissed at Kairi Sane for them losing the match last week for the women's tag titles. And Kairi Sane promised Asuka that she'll make sure, she'll do anything to make Asuka win the women's Royal Rumble match. So I don't know where this is going to go, but I guess these two are in the women's Royal Rumble match. Then it was main event time, and oh my God, was it beautiful. CM Punk comes out first, and then the lights go out. Finn Balor, his original, the Demon Prince music from 2016, NXT Finn Balor, Demon Finn Balor music hits, and I literally got goosebumps. I was so excited. As soon as the lights went, I knew it. I knew it was coming. I was so excited. All original, like, Balor Club logo and stuff like that rose on the Titantron. It was absolutely awesome. Finn Balor has a badass entrance in front of his home country of Ireland. I've been missing that entrance for so long. As soon as that music hit, I'm like, oh my God, Finn Balor's back. Finn Balor's back. And CM Punk and Finn Balor put on an instant classic on Monday Night Raw, putting on a banger. But of course, CM Punk had a win. Boring. I know a lot of people are CM Punk fans, and I've never been against CM Punk, but at this stage in the age of his career, I honestly don't want to see him world champion anymore. He could have good matches without being world champion. I feel like give it to somebody else. Like, I still think Finn Balor should have the world title at some point before he retires because he got screwed. The only time he's had a world title was the Universal title in 2016, and then he had to give it up literally the next day because of his injury. But this match was great. He literally was a millisecond away from winning the title. Finn Balor hits the coup de grace stomp on CM Punk. 1, 2, 2.9. CM Punk kicks out. They end up brawling on the ring. He picks him up, hits him with the GTS 1, 2, 3. CM Punk retains the world title. I really hope down the line before Finn Balor retires, he wins the world title because he deserves at least like a 3 to 4 month world title run. But I wish it'd be longer, but he deserves at least that. But CM Punk picks up the victory. He holds up the world title on the top, on the turnbuckles and everything, celebrating. But also, beautiful thing, the crowd was booing the shit out of CM Punk. Love to see it, them cheering their hometown guy, Finn Balor. And then CM Punk, another thing, love to see it. He showed the respect to Finn Balor, shaking his hand, hugging him, and then raising his hands in front of his home crowd. Absolutely awesome. Great respect by CM Punk and everything. This match was a banger. It sucks that CM Punk won and Finn Balor didn't. But overall, banger match, and it was a great way to end the show. So this Monday Night Raw was not terrible. Wasn't great. Very interesting with AJ Styles. I hope to God, if AJ Styles retires in front of Saudi Arabia, I'm going to be so pissed off. Like, AJ Styles deserves to retire in front of a good wrestling crowd. I don't care what you say. Saudi Arabia crowds are not good wrestling crowds. They only cheer for, like, top guys, which, yes, AJ Styles is a top guy, so hopefully they will be loud and cheerful. But they don't, like, show, like, tonight in Ireland. Like, holy, this crowd was lit. Saudi crowds, like, they cheer for Goldberg, they cheer for John Cena, that's it. They don't care about other stuff. So I just, like, I don't know. I just, like, don't, like, have, like, I just don't have the confidence that they're going to give AJ Styles the fight. Like, if he retires in Saudi, I just don't feel like they're going to give him the send-off that he deserves. Also, if he retires at the Royal Rumble, I feel like this was super rushed. Yeah, AJ Styles doesn't need a retirement tour like John Cena, but this was so rushed. Like, this was like, bam, here we go. John Cena, AJ Styles, put your career on the line in this match. Like, I just felt like it was way too rushed. Thought the main event was fantastic. The Vision feuding with the Luchadors with Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee is okay. I am kind of interested with this Adam Pearce storyline with him just like crashing out on the Vision. I kind of like it. The women's tag stuff, okay, not great. I think I've made it clear I cannot stand the Maxine Dupree, Becky Lynch, and now Natalya storyline. I'm so over El Grande Americano. And if you've subscribed to the channel, you know I cannot stand these two screaming backstage and bickering. It's so boring. But with the main event being a banger and some other stuff hidden in there, I'm going to give this show a 3.5 out of 5. It overall kept me entertained, but it wasn't the greatest Monday Night Raw. But it was good enough. This main event was a banger, though. This is JRW Live. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out my Instagram, which is all lowercase JRW Live. Also, go check out my TikTok, which is lowercase JRW_live. Highly appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.